All right, people. What up? What up? What up? What's popping? What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locaria, the bad boy of the dating game. Miles Cunningham in the building.
Yo, what up? What up?
What's good, people? So we're not gonna be in here too long because but I wanted to do this video because the other day I was shout out to Bulldog Mindset, shout out to John from Bulldog Mindset. I saw a video where he had titled "Why I'm Leaving the Manosphere," right? And I was like, yes, I was, when you're watching something and the whole time you're nodding your head like, yes, exactly.
Right.
You understand? So I wholeheartedly agree with John on this, but shout out to April MC in the chat. Shout out to French was popping. And what I'm going to do is we're going to play this video, right? And then we're going to, stop it and talk and then start it again, stop it and talk so we could just go through this and, let y'all know what it is. All right. So let me pull this video up real quick. And before I start this, I want to say this is that I've never considered us, like me and Miles, part of the Manosphere, you know, but some people put us in it. You understand? And I work with some content creators and some people who are in the Manosphere, but I just never.
And that's, I mean, shit, I don't want to, because sometimes your tone might give people the wrong idea.
Right. Because I don't want people to, you just, no. Let's put a disclaimer out because I know niggas is sensitive. We're not talking about nobody. We're not dissing nobody. This is just us saying shit plainly so people understand what we're talking about.
Right.
I come into this as a dating and life coach. You understand what I'm saying? And we give out information on game, life, success, women, all that other stuff, right? So now, as far as what the Manosphere is concerned, people can say that we're part of it. That's a person's opinion to say it,
right? But
we're not claiming it. That's what we're saying. We never claimed any of the pills, any of the MGTOWs, any of the Manospheres. We're not claiming any of that stuff. We're just men giving you advice. You understand what I'm saying? Right. On life and women and all this other stuff, right? So I just wanted to make that clear. So it's not like, we're not sitting here, saying that we're part of that. Right.
Or, exactly. Right. Not claiming it it's not it's not connected to any type of opinion that we may have of the Manosphere.
Right.
Or anything like that. Like, actually, I don't even have an opinion necessarily. You understand? Because again, I've always appreciated just like appreciated like the individuality of the brand.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like
of us.
Yeah, exactly. If anything is like we spit game, but that still don't, you know what I'm saying? That don't put us in no type of category. Mm-hmm. You understand? Necessarily. We us, they them, we us, that's it. Like, you know what I mean? No, there's no like, extra opinions or judgments or none of that shit. It's just, every man got his brand and this is our brand over here. And that's that, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. So we're gonna play this and I'm gonna stop it in between because I want to comment on this and talk about some of the stuff that's being said. But let's start this real quick. I don't know, there might be some commercials in between because you know how YouTube is. You're playing people shit, but we'll make it happen. Let's go.
Got a serious video for you today, and this video really it goes out to, I suppose, other YouTubers, anyone that's in my sphere of influence, my circle, as well as you guys as subscribers, because I think there's a good lesson in this, and it's about a new boundary that I'm setting, a new sort of resolution that I'm making based on some things that have happened that has made me really think about who I want to associate and what my position is and what kind of environment that I want to be in and promote. If you've been following me for a while, you know a lot of my stances on different things and sort of my philosophy. But one of the big things that is really important to me is open dialogue and discourse, and the idea that not everyone is completely bad, and that sometimes it's good to hear other people's opinions, even if we
One of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right.
I knew that was going to happen.
Vehemently disagree with them, and that we should treat all people with dignity and respect. That we shouldn't talk bad about people. Now, again, I'm not perfect in any way. I've not completely held to this, although I've tried to hold to that standard as much as possible, and I would say better than most. But in the last week or two, I don't know when this video air. Maybe I'll up it in the queue. I've been on a lot of different interviews and discussions talking about the state of the quote manosphere, as much as I hate that term. And I've been trying to patch things up. I've been trying to get people to come together. I've had this vision of having guys, settle their differences or put the past behind them, bury the hatchet, so to speak, and really believe that something great could come of that. And what I underestimated was the character of a lot of the guys that or really overestimated the character of many of the people that I was dealing with and their intentions. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, because I would like to see, people come together. I would like to see more open dialogue. I would like to see a little bit of what I would call more human compassion in this space. And that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that so many people don't have that vision, and that their motives are different than what my motives are. And
right. And he say, and I like what he's saying. He's like, there's a lot of people who they're not. And shout out to everybody who's watching. You feel what I'm saying? Hit the like button. There's a lot of people that's out there that's not really showing any compassion. You understand what I'm saying? They're not there. It's just it's a lot of like negativity. You feel what I mean?
Right.
And when me and Miles first started doing this, right? When we first got on YouTube, right? This was like 2007, 2008. You understand? I don't even think back then there was a manosphere, any of this stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Just on giving advice. You understand what I'm saying? Since back then. You understand? And if you notice, myself and Miles, we do not come on here and shit on people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we focus on the information, we focus on the game, because that's the most important thing. And see, what's funny is that, and I don't want this to turn into talking about people, but, and I'm not going to talk about anybody, but I'll say this, is that there are people who in this space who spread rumors, who say shit that's not true, and say things from other things that they heard that aren't true. So, for example, I'll use myself as an example. There's people saying, "Oh, but Mr. Lucario, he's hating on this guy and he's hating on that guy and he's talking shit about this guy." Listen, I'll tell you guys right now. I'll challenge you guys. And y'all could clip this right now and hold me to my word. I will give anyone $1,000. I'll give you $1,000. I will PayPal it to you, Venmo it to you. I'll Cash App, whatever. I will give anyone $1,000 if you can find a video where I'm actually disrespecting and talking shit about anybody. I'll give you $1,000, and I'm talking about actually saying this person's name and disrespecting them personally. I will give you $1,000. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm saying that because I've never done that shit. You understand? And the reason why I don't do that shit is because we're focusing on what's important. You understand? Right. Because it's disrespectful to y'all as the audience for us to get on here and just fucking bullshit y'all. You understand? Because that's not really doing anything for you. You see what I mean? And that's not us. How are we going to talk about manhood if we acting like bitches? You see what I mean? And so what's ironic is when we talk about the quote unquote manosphere, if we're talking about it's a man thing, why are we going? What's the back and forth? Acting like chicks. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to point that out real quick. Miles, you want to say anything before I started the video again?
No. It's
all right, cool. So the video, guys, is about like 10 minutes. So it's not that long, but so we're gonna be here too long. But let's keep it moving.
to be clear, what my motives are is to helping you guys, to helping men to become stronger, to become better, to live better lives, to start to realize what things are really important in life, and to figure out how they can achieve the things that they want out of life, how to build some self-efficacy, build themselves up, build other people up instead of tearing them down. I mean, essentially making the world a better place, and to create good environments for men, not just men, but for everyone. You know, because as you lift this world, as you create strong men, you create a better place for everyone. And so with that said, you know, this is what I've decided, is that I am setting as a resolution that I will no longer be in the presence of people who are going to talk bad about someone else. So if you are in a conversation with me and you start talking bad about someone else, I'm just going to leave that conversation. If you are on an interview on my channel and you start talking bad about someone else, I'm going to warn you, and then I'm going to end the interview. If I'm on an interview on someone else's channel and they start talking bad about someone, I'm going to leave. I'm going to end the interview. And, you know, I don't say that to be a jerk or to think that I'm higher or better than anyone else. I don't think any of those things. You know, I say that because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the drama. I don't want to get involved in it. I don't believe that bashing people and taking them down, regardless of what you think of them, especially behind their back, is an honorable way to live your life. And I don't think it.
I gotta give a hand clap. I love it. I love it. I fucking love it. John, man, and yo, I agree with him 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do the same. I'm doing the same shit. If I'm on any of you guys' shows and I'm hearing y'all talking shit about this person or that person, I'm done with that. We're off now. You could talk shit on your own. That's your own channel. You can do what you do. But if you invite me to your channel, if I'm on a panel or anything like that, and it's a bunch of shit talking, and it's a bunch of this person did that and this person, I'm good on that.
Right.
Because what people don't understand is that, you know, it's about energy. You understand? And so when you're surrounding yourself with all that negative energy, that's never good. You understand what I'm saying? That's not doing anything for you.
Mm-hmm,
and again, like I was saying, that it's a disservice to you guys who's watching. You understand? Because think about it this way. There's a reason why you subscribed to whoever you subscribe to.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And so if you subscribe to us to learn game, why would you want to sit here and watch me talk shit about somebody?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If you subscribe to the other person for whatever you subscribe to them for, why would you want to sit there and have them talk shit about people? You see what I'm saying?
And that's no part of the game.
Right. Exactly.
Like there's no strategy in that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about, if we talk about game, we talk about strategy, we talk about making moves in life. Sitting there and expending worthless energy just talking about somebody, you know, just on some negativity or some nonsense, it really doesn't help you. You understand? Right. You're taking energy and time away from whatever your agenda is. So it's really not, you know, when niggas say, yo, what part of the game is that? Like, right. What part of the game is that where I'm gonna sit here and talk about another man?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just to throw him under the bus, or, you know, especially when a lot of us, we're here trying to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us, I mean, yeah, a lot of us are here to make money, but I mean, at the end of it all, I think for the most part, we're all here to try to help these dudes. You know what I'm saying? We're all here to try to like give parts of ourselves, give parts of our experiences to try to help other men. You understand? And that's what's most important. Right.
Facts. It was a tearing down people instead of lifting them up as weak behavior and distracting them from your message. Exactly. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? And see, the thing is, you know what I noticed, and I saw a video from somebody. I can't remember the dude's channel, but he did a video, and I thought this was really true, where he said that videos that are trying to expose people, you know, like some people do videos trying to expose people. He said that doesn't do anything. He said it's a waste time, because if you do a video exposing somebody, right? So let's say somebody's like, oh, I'm exposing Miles Cunningham, right? Now, the people who don't already like Miles Cunningham, they're still just not gonna like him anyway. They're gonna be like, fuck that nigga, whatever. I knew that nigga wasn't shit. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Then the people who like you, they still gonna rock with you anyway because they like you.
Right.
You know? And then the people who are in the middle, either they're going to gravitate to liking you and fucking with you because now they heard about you now because they're like, who the fuck is Miles Cunningham? Let me check out his shit. You see what I'm saying? Or you're just gonna have people who are indifferent. So at the end of the day, it don't matter. You're just wasting time trying to expose this person or that person instead of taking time to focus on your craft and focus on what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? But let's continue the video real quick.
Any good comes from it. And I don't want to be in that environment, to be honest with you. I've seen it, you know. I went on a stream the other night and I probably shouldn't have even been there, but I just wanted to, I don't know. I wanted to see if there's some common ground that could be found. I wanted to see if it was possible to find that common ground, to have an open discussion and dialogue. And I was just disappointed because everywhere that I go in this space, I see guys that are not, they're not really acting like the examples of men that I would like to promote. And I've had a lot of guys on my
hold on, we got he said dudes are, you know, acting like men basically. You know what I'm saying? And see, I see this from the YouTubers, but also some of the people commenting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. And it's like the problem is that, you know, we're trying to get guys to understand masculinity, understand being a man, understand being responsible. And so the thing is with the manosphere, what I notice is there's more complaining than understanding.
Right.
When it comes to women is concerned. You know what I mean? That's like a big thing now. It's like, it's the complaining of the women instead of understanding yourself as a man in order to deal with the women. You see what I'm saying? Like the onus should be on us. You know what I'm saying? As men. And this is what we try to say. But what happens is that there's a lot of guys, you know, in this space, and a lot of, you know, that the culture is of men who don't want to take responsibility. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a time and a place to critique. And again, there's a difference between critiquing and complaining. There's a time and a place to critique and to analyze and to understand. But then there's this thing where it's a lot of just, you know, belly aching, crying, bitterness, and all that other shit that goes down in this game. Which and I think that's unfortunate that's going down. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, the sad part is that sometimes when you try to critique, you know, even when it's positive, because a lot of you know, a lot of the minds that we're trying to save, I guess, a lot of those minds, they'll take any kind of criticism, whether positive or negative or whatever, whether constructive or otherwise, as long as you're not saying, yo, bro, you the shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're not saying that, then there's an issue and you're hating. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, take it easy. Like, I was literally just trying to tell you something to help you. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's not what the thing is. It's how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So guys who are stuck in that frame of mind where everything is all about gossip and tearing people down, and it's like it's just a lower vibration. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what happens, it's a lower vibration. So it's like, even if I'm saying something totally honest and totally constructive, it's like, well, you're not saying what I want to hear, so therefore I have an issue with you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that right there is like the super female aspect of everything.
Right. Or they'll be like you're sneak dissing.
Yeah, like, come on, son.
And understand, this is what we said this a million fucking times. We talk about the ideas. We're supposed to talk about the ideas in this space so that people can learn and grow and actually like learn from each other. So if I'm saying something, right, and somebody goes against my or they're saying a different idea than what I'm saying, right? I don't sit there and go diss the person or get mad at the person. I just be like, well, this is my idea. And I be like, I don't really like your idea. I think your idea is not going to work. And that's cool for me to do that. And then vice versa. They could be like, Mr. Lucario, I think your idea is not going to work. And that's fine. But we should be able to do that and not make it an issue where dudes is getting all in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? And dudes is like, oh, well, you're dissing this person. Listen, understand this. Just because you disagree with someone does not mean you're disrespecting them. You know what I'm saying? We're allowed to disagree with people. You understand? Me and Miles don't agree on everything. You understand? Shout out to my dude Eddie Fuse. If you go into Eddie Fuse Clubhouse group, and sometimes I go in, me and Eddie Fuse disagree like more than half the time. And that's my dude. He's on the Game Kings. Disagree more than half the time on a lot of shit.
Right.
That's my dude. I'm not gonna be like, oh, fuck this. Nah, we disagree. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because sometimes when he disagrees with me, I learn something. I'm like, oh, I never saw it like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's good about it. But a lot of times we have people in this space who, because of ulterior motives and a bunch of other weird stuff, everybody is expected to agree with everybody else or this person or that person. And once you disagree with that person, then it's an issue. Then you're hating. You understand what I'm saying? Then you're jealous of this person because you're disagreeing with them. You understand what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck you want to say. You see what I mean?
You know, but you know what's another interesting aspect of this whole situation is that as you know, as intelligent and as upright as the message that we're trying to bring right now, respectfully disagreeing is not entertaining.
Right.
You understand? That's the other side of the equation, because a lot of these guys on the low, they know that the audience pushes for contention between the creators.
Exactly.
The audience they push for that shit. Like, there's certain dudes who they said it on purpose. Like, yo, I do this stuff simply to make y'all laugh. Like, there's no basis behind what I'm saying. I'm literally saying it to make y'all laugh because you know that's what I'm trying to do. You understand? So guys know what it is. They a lot of the stuff they'll say, you know, it'll be disrespectful. It'll tear another guy down. But it's shit. Even me, I'm gonna bring it back to me, because I know that a lot of people can make the argument that, yo, Miles, you've been on here yelling at niggas and disrespecting niggas and cussing at niggas and so on and so forth. And I did do a lot of that shit for like entertainment purposes and to like make the stream more exciting. You understand what I'm saying? So I've been guilty of that too. But at least during the time I was yelling at niggas, I was really trying to, like, I was in my heart, my pure intention was to help them. You understand what I'm saying? Was to like actually bring attention to their lack of game, bring attention to certain weaknesses that they're you know, exhibiting in their life, which is causing their problems. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just yelling at a nigga out of nowhere and downing him because I'm just downing him. You understand? And that's a slight difference in it. Although I still know that there are parts of my presentation that can still be improved or corrected. You understand? So I'm not going to act like I'm totally in the clear when it comes to, you know, the way I behave or the way that I address people, you know, on this platform. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just bringing light to the point that as sensible as we can try to be, there's still the issue of the audience not responding to the, you know what I'm saying? Not responding to the clean, good-natured attitude of a righteous man. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Where it's like, oh, you're a clean, good-natured guy and you never say the wrong thing and you're always respectful and you always get your message across efficiently and you never have you never have a misunderstanding with anyone. That's boring.
Right, exactly.
You know, like, I'd rather see you yell at that nigga. I'd rather see you tell that nigga to suck your dick. I'd rather see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather see you disrespect that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why like battle rap is so popular, right? Because it's like dudes are creatively coming up ways to disrespect the other guy and tell him that he ain't shit. You understand?
Right.
And millions of people tune into this shit. You feel me? Even I'm a fan of it. You understand? So that's another issue. But it's like, how do we stay respectful, stay in a positive lane, and still be entertaining? You see what I'm saying? That's the
right. And the thing is, you know, I think that, because I remember, and you know, I'm not putting any names out there because I don't want that to be the focus. But there was a person who I'm cool with, and this got me so upset. There's a person I'm cool with who was doing a live stream.
Right.
Somebody in their chat room said to them in the super chat that Mr. Locario was talking shit about you or was talking bad about you.
Right.
I was watching this and I said, what the fuck? I was like, I've never said nothing bad about this dude ever. I'm like, this is my dude right here. We cool. What you talking about? This is what I'm saying in my head. Like, what the fuck? So, and this, I was watching the restream, so it wasn't live when I was watching it. This was like after the fact. So luckily when he saw that super chat, he was smart enough not to take the bait. Because he was like, oh, where? He's like, well, he's like, oh, Miss Locario is cool. I'll holler at Miss Locario or whatever, right? So I DM'd him and I said, bruh, I just saw your live stream. And I just saw that somebody said that I was talking shit about you. I was like, I'm personally letting you know that that's not the case. You understand what I'm saying? And see, this is what I'm talking about, where you have the people, the people watching the content, like you said, Miles, they're trying to egg everyone on for the bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? For the bullshit. And so this is why I'm glad that, shout out to John, is that, he's saying, look, I'm not for this nonsense anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I applaud him for that, because I'm like, yo, it's too much of this back and forth, too much of this like weird, goofy stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Where and again, a lot of misinformation, because just like I said, the dude hit this dude up talking about I said something bad about him. So now imagine the people who's watching that thinking I'm saying the shit to them, then they tell somebody else I said, then that's how rumors start.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, it's ridiculous, man. But let's continue the video real quick.
My channel. And again, I'm not trying to knock anyone. Again, I'm not going to talk bad about people. I'm just saying in general, I mean, there's exceptions to it, of course. There's guys that are, stand-up guys that, and again, everyone is flawed in some way. Again, I am flawed in plenty of ways. But what I'm saying is that there's guys out there that don't care about this at all, that don't mind that they are representing a value system that is not congruent with being a strong masculine male, with being a person that other men could look up to, and being a guy that actually practices kindness and compassion for other human beings. And I don't want to be in that environment anymore. So I believe what I'm really going to do, again, everyone's been trying to make me take sides. You're on this team, you're on that team. I'm not saying that I'll
You see, that's what I'm saying. It's like this thing where, oh, well, this person said this and I don't like that person, so I don't want you to talk to that person.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And see, it becomes weird like that. Because look, you got to understand something, man. YouTube has become a big money maker for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And so what happens is that a lot of these guys, they'll do stuff for views, or they'll, start drama. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? Or they'll do a bunch of crazy shit because it's like, okay, I can probably get more eyes on my stuff and probably sell more products or get more super chats or get more, AdSense money or whatever the hell it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that when it comes to that, then that's when all the fuckery and the nonsense goes down, and it's just like why are we doing this shit? You understand what I'm saying?
And it's interesting. It's interesting who the different players are who believe what they believe and go how they go. And I'm not going to say anything necessarily about anybody like that, but just because he's here, if you look at Bulldog Mindset, like Bulldog Mindset is a millionaire.
Right, exactly.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he was a millionaire before he even did YouTube.
Right.
You understand? So it's like he's not tripping off the money and the views and the this and the that. You understand? And then I would look at us the same type of way, where we ain't tripping off the money because we don't even make money off of YouTube.
Exactly right. The only time we make any money is when we be like, yo, don't hit us with a donation.
Hit the donate button. And we know,
Miles literally just got fucking monetized on his channel just the other day. You feel what I'm saying?
We've been fucking with, we've been trying to like open up the doors with Google, and we got kicked off a bunch of times, and we tried to do AdSense and got messed up back in the day. And so we don't make no money off of YouTube. You understand? Right. And then the other thing with us is that we've been grinding so long, and we've always made it about the message.
Exactly.
i.e. the game. Like we've always made it about the idea. That's been our claim to fame. So, and we've been doing it for so long without making money.
Right.
We've been, cultivating our personalities and making it about our message and trying to, help other men and other people for so long. I mean, we were doing it the opposite way. We was hustling backwards for a while where we were paying to do our show.
Right, exactly. You're paying a place to do the show at. You understand?
Right. And still not making any money.
Mm-hmm.
And not we barely selling a book here and there and all of that type of shit. You understand?
Right.
So you're looking at people who like, we're not tripping off the bread. We're not tripping off the views and the numbers and all of the, you know what I'm saying? All of the stuff that the average person might trip on, which will cause them to want to like, like I said,
and do something crazy.
Right. Do something crazy or hate or diss somebody just for the sake of entertainment or just to bring the fans in so they could have some type of controversy to get the numbers up so they can make more money. You get what I'm saying? So that's a big part of the reason why messing with us. We're like, thank you, Australia, John. We're very authentic. We're very authentic because, again, we're not tripping off the money. We're not tripping off the views or the amount of subscriptions. We've been clearly authentic about our message for over 15 years, bruh.
Facts.
Like damn near 20, really, if you look at it. From the time that you and I actually met.
Right, exactly.
Then we was making music to making albums, then mixtapes, and then we got into YouTube, and then you understand, and all of the stuff we started doing. We just about the message because the numbers never been that strong. Let's be honest. You understand? So we don't take our ego within the frame of our audience that serious.
Right.
And we like to know more that we're actually helping people. Exactly. Like when people call in or text or send us an email or write in or DM us and be like, yo, man, you Miles, you and Lucario, man, you guys keep it real. I really appreciate y'all. I've been listening to y'all since. You understand? That's what means something to us because we know how far we've come from to actually be where we're at now. So none of this new, like other cats blowing up and other cats having viral videos and other cats dissing each other and all. Like we've never been about that. We've always been about the message, always been about the game, always been about what we're actually here to do, which is actually helping people and spitting truth and allowing people to believe in themselves at the same time. Like that's what we're about.
Right. Because this shit is serious to me because when I was younger, there was a lot of things that I wanted to do and that I wanted to accomplish. And I was running around in a circle a lot of times because I didn't have the correct information or I didn't have any guidance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have. So my thing is that part of what I do and part of what we do, and this is why we put out so much free content. This is why we put out so much stuff. This is why we do what we do is because we actually care and want y'all to get this information because when the dude calls up and he's like, yo, man, this and that happened. That's me 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20, that was me. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not here to talk shit about some dude. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about, listen, because it's not about anybody. It's not even about us as a person. It's not about Miss Locar. It's not about Miles. It's about the information.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're just a vessel for the information.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you need to talk about me? And why would I need to talk about some other person? You see what I'm saying? And that's where the whole ego thing comes in because, see, the thing that YouTube did, and I'm not even blaming YouTube because it's still the person, but this is what YouTube helped to do. YouTube helped insecure people to feel confident about themselves, right? And so
hold on. Let them digest that for a second.
Right.
And because
we got to understand something. YouTube helped insecure people feel confident about themselves, right? And so what that means is that when people are so concerned about subscribers, fucking views, all that other shit, that's because only people who are confident don't really give a fuck about that shit. because that doesn't do anything for them particularly. It's like it doesn't, whether I get a million views or I get 10 views, it don't matter, because that does not dictate my shit. But for a lot of people, this dictates their shit. So this is why they go into, going into the bullshit, dissing, getting all negative, doing a whole bunch of stuff, because they're like, I'll do anything for the views. I'll do anything to get the likes. I'll do anything, you know what I'm saying? I'll do whatever to be, big on YouTube.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, because for them, that literally means everything to them. You understand what I'm saying? And so what you have to understand is that there's people like, see, for example, John and people like us, and there's a few other people who are business people who use YouTube as a tool, right? Then there are people who use YouTube and all they have is YouTube. You understand? So it's a different mentality. So if YouTube shut down their channel, they're done. You understand what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's a different thing. So you got to understand that sometimes that the people who are in these spaces, you have to see why are they doing what they do? And you as the consumer and as the audience need to understand that about the person you're watching.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that you see what's going on. But let's get through this real quick.
Fuse any speaking engagements or interviews, or all of them, I mean, I'll refuse some of them, of course, but I'm going to go back to how it was on this channel for the most part, and really just be Bulldog mindset, right? I don't want to be part of this community anymore, because it's become so negative and bad. And again, there's some great guys in the community. There's some guys that don't have this kind of attitude, but they're far and few in between, at least as far as lining up with these value systems. So with that said, this message is probably going to get spread around. If you know me and we're friends, doesn't change that. Not one bit. I don't have any animosity towards anyone. And even if you're guilty of the kind of behavior that I do not approve of, it doesn't make me think of you as a lesser person or make me want to end my friendship with you. But again, the boundary is there. If you want to talk bad about other people, I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be in the conversation, and I'm not going to allow it on my channel, and I'm not going to participate with it on anyone else's channel. So
man, I gotta give John a hand clap on that, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's really the gist of it. Let me make this big real quick. Pause. But because I don't want to make this too long. But yeah, that's really the gist of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Is that, and I'm so glad that John spoke out about this. You know what I'm saying? Because it needed to be said. It definitely needed to be said. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think the problem arises when, and this is the thing, people are actually missing out on what's going to help them, right, by engaging in the BS. Because y'all see, people, y'all gotta understand this. All of you watching this right now, all of you who consume the content and everything, understand that the content that you consume, in these spaces can be life-changing. You understand? But you also have to discern what type of content you're getting. And you also have to look at the actions of the content creators that you're watching. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is that, especially you got a lot of young people watching this stuff. You understand? You got 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, people who are very impressionable. You see what I'm saying? And so the thing is that it's us as content creators and people who put out information. You understand? We have to be responsible as far as the messages that we're putting out. You understand what I'm saying? And we not only should we be being responsible in our words, we should also be responsible in our actions. You understand what I'm saying? So I've always said that I don't want you to just learn the game based off of what I'm saying. I want you to learn the game based off of what we're actually doing. This is why, for example, myself, I've been like, hey, listen, this is who I am. I'm Mr. Lucario. This is how I get down. I'm in an open relationship. I'm non-monogamous. I have a wife. I have a girlfriend, right? Miles came out, was like, look, I've fucked with this amount of girls. This is my body count, right? See, we came into this situation real and honest. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why it's, if you ever see a video or some shit where people talking shit about us or whatever, it'll hardly be anything of substance because there's nothing you can say because we done said it. And right. we done been real from the jump.
Facts.
What are you going to say? You're going to be like, oh, Miss Lucario looks funny. Okay, cool. That's, whatever. But I'm like, again, that's corny. That doesn't do anything for the person. And again, if you're watching a content creator and all they're doing now is if they're dissing somebody or they're talking shit about someone, ask yourself, is that why I subscribe to this person in the first place? Because I'm sure 9 times out of 10, that's not the reason. You understand what I'm saying? And all that type of stuff is short-lived anyway, because a person will talk about the bullshit for a few days or whatever, but then after that, they forget about it. And then it's like, what are you left with? You see what I'm saying? Right. So, I just want, guys to understand, man, it's like, just be, I feel like it's just very, very, it's just more beneficial for everybody involved with the people creating the information and also the people watching the information. If there's just more of a positive slant, you understand what I'm saying? To where everyone can benefit from this. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just tearing everybody down and all this negative energy and all this nonsense and everybody trying to pick sides. And then, because then that dilutes the actual information that can help you out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? It's kind of like they're on the low. They're trying to turn like all of this shit into a reality show.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, where it's just a bunch of bitches fighting in the house, entertaining just because for the sheer conflict of it.
Right.
You understand? And it's like yo, I know that a lot of people like reality shows, and I know that it can be very entertaining, but we have to remember why we're doing this. Right. We have to remember what this is. Mm-hmm. Right? We have to remember that the reason why any of this is popular is because guys want to know how to cultivate value and then use that value to get what they want out of life. That's the basic thing we're trying to do. We're not trying to fight with each other. Right. Exactly. We're trying to, you're looking at two guys who we've cultivated our personalities and our identities to the point where we understand our value. We understand how to interact with other people to literally get what we want out of life, including sex and dating and all of that stuff. Right. And we're trying to give you that same blueprint. Exactly. What it looked like me here sitting there talking, well, that other guy. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Right. Like, fuck the guy. I'll let you know that his idea is kind of off. Right. Because his idea is reflective of weak game, because he's leading with his wallet, or he's putting women on a pedestal. I'll say that. Right. But I could care less about the guy himself. Again, not because I don't care about the guy, but what I mean is that everybody is who they are when they say something. Right. But that doesn't mean that they might not learn something new. And then the next time you speak to them, they might say something different. Right. So for me to attack you for saying what you said in that moment, you, the person, doesn't make sense. It's better if I attack the idea, the thing that came out of your mouth. Exactly. So we could say, all right, dude, that thing you said back in 2017, that shit was whack. You understand? But hey, now it's 2019 and you actually talking a lot of the same stuff that I be saying. Right. Because you realize that, game is this, you realize a certain level of strategy. And not only that, but you took, you learned so much stuff that you're actually saying some other stuff that I ain't even think about. Exactly. So now I'm actually learning from that guy, the same guy that said something whack in 2017. Right now it's 2021 and he's saying some old other shit that even got me going, where it's like, oh wow, I didn't even think about it like that. And that's the beauty of what we do. That's the beauty of game. That's the beauty of understanding your identity and your character, to be able to continue on and to not get stuck in the ego of the moment.
Right.
You understand? Because you were a certain person when you said that thing. I can't hold you to that person because you began growing right after the words left your mouth.
Exactly.
You continue to grow as a person. You understand? So it's unfair for us to be like, yo, fuck that nigga. He did this and he did that and blah, blah, blah. Right. Yeah, he did it. It's in the past. It's in the past. But because we're only on here talking about ideas, you could forgive him for having that idea and we could move forward. Right.
Because it ain't even about him. It ain't about you.
No, right. Yeah, exactly.
It's about us talking about ideas so that we all can grow. You see what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, so, and you know, again, I just want everybody to understand that, you know, when it comes to this is about making this better for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And the thing is, you know, people are going to do what they want to do. Everybody's going to be their own man, and they're going to do things the way they see fit. What we're saying over here, though, you understand? And shout out to John, because we're on the same page as that, where I like when he said, I want to take this to the you know, the old Bulldog mindset thing. Like, so basically saying I'm taking it back to the essence of what this is about and focusing on what's important. Right. And I totally agree with that. And so with us, it's the same thing where we're focusing on what's important. This is why you've never seen us come out here and do a whole thing where we making diss videos and campaigns about this motherfucker. Like, we don't do that shit. We've always stayed focused on the game because we understood that that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. So understand that it's going to keep being about the game, and that's it. And again, we can always talk about different ideas. We can always say, well, you know, this idea or that idea I feel is more beneficial or a better practice to do, and that's fine. And people could disagree with that, and that's fine. You understand? I love to hear different points of view. You understand what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we just got to make sure that we are not like, and this is, I'm talking about you guys watching also, because y'all participate in this too with your comments and all that other stuff. And we're talking about us too. We all have to play our part so that we don't let this shit go off course and on some dumb shit. Because I'm telling you, I'm totally not for the fuck shit. I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it at all. You know what I'm saying? And so let's just keep it real, keep it honest, keep it authentic, and then we're gonna keep shit popping off.
Exactly.
But yeah,
hold on real quick. By the way, you in the same breath, you will get either timed out or blocked out of the chat for mentioning other people's names and talking mess about them.
Facts.
And I've done that before. I've seen dudes talking about, yo, such and such don't spit game like this.
Right, exactly.
You're out of here.
Blocked, right.
You don't need to say nobody names. You on our stream, so shit, keep it about us, if anything. You feel me?
Right.
So,
right.
You know, we don't want none of that.
Right. And so, guys, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. This is the motivation channel. Make sure all of you who's watching subscribe right now. Also, we're going to be doing the In the Game podcast tonight at 10 on the main channel. So make sure you guys, come check us there. You feel what I'm saying? So, anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
Let's get back to being men, guys. Come on, man.
Facts.
I know.
Facts.
I know it's not always exciting, but let's be men, man. Let's not be bitches out here. We gotta
exactly. Facts. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that bell so you can get the notifications. And share this channel with your peoples, man. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, so we could get this channel up and running and getting to the most people too. You feel what I'm saying?
Wednesday at 4, right?
All right. On a Wednesday at 4, I'm gonna be bringing back my cousin Rashidi and also my brother Kaleem. They're gonna be talking about life insurance, right? And how that's gonna, how that impacts your life. So we're gonna be talking about some real shit. So
life insurance and finances. Yep.
So I'm telling you, this channel, we're gonna be talking about a lot of different stuff in the game. We're gonna be talking about finances, business, happiness, spirituality, all these other things in the game that's gonna help you out in all these other facets of your life. So make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. You feel what I'm saying? So we're gonna get that shit cracking. All right, so that's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys. And we will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.